everyone, and welcome to my channel. In case you don't know, Best is actually my last name, so that is where my channel name came from. Today is going to be a very basic how I pipe a cookie, as it has been requested quite a few times. So if this does not interest you, feel free to skip it. So when I pipe a cookie, generally I start with the smallest area first. This is because this is going to dry quicker. So I want it to be smooth and not stick out or be lumpy, so I'll start with the smallest area. Now I'm using 15-second icing consistency. Now this means that if it's in a bowl and you take a knife and drag through it, it will take 15 seconds for it to smooth over. What's good about this icing consistency is that it's good for outlining. It's not going to fall off of my cookie, but you can also use the same icing for flooding if you work fast enough. And that way, I just like this because then I don't have to work with two different consistencies. When I first started, I used two, but now that I've done this a few years, I just like to use the one. So as soon as I've done the outline, I go, as you can see, I filled the trunk in, so that's all going to dry smooth. So now I'm going against my outline because I want that line to disappear. So I'm adding more icing this time and getting right next to that line so it smooths over. There are really two ways you can do a cookie. You can do an outline first and let that dry and then flood, or you can do what I'm doing, do the outline, immediately pipe next to the outline to make it disappear. And I'm also just doing the legs right now, just as they are another bit of smaller detail. And I'm also using tipless piping bags. So this means no tips, it's just bags. You cut it appropriately to what size you want. And what's nice about tipless bags is that you just add more pressure and you can get more icing out of it. So it's good not having to switch bags. Everything's easy, just in the one bag, one consistency. There are a few places that you can get tipless bags from. I got mine from one of those sites, I'm not sure what it's called, Alibaba, Alibaby, so you can do that. It takes a few weeks, or you can get it for other places. I've seen them on Etsy. Now, as you can see right now, it got very dark, and that's because I'm filming on a partially cloudy day. I kind of had no choice. Usually I try to avoid these because I am filming next to the window and I love natural light, but when a cloud comes, it ruins my shot. So right now I'm using what's called the scribe tool. I got it from my baking friend, Miss Domestic, and I can leave her info below. She's awesome and does great videos on YouTube. If you don't have one of these fancy tools, a toothpick, or my favorite thing to use are turkey lacers, because they are cheap, sharp, pointy, and I just go through and I smooth it over. I poke out any bubbles if I see them and just make sure things are nicely mixed. Now, until I do the next layer, I'm going to let this cookie dry for 4 hours. So though my videos are done super quick, it can actually take me a day or two making cookies depending on how many layers are involved or how dark the colors are, because darker the color, I'll let it dry longer before adding more detail. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to let it sit for 4 hours, and then I will come back and I will do the next layer. And just ignore that part on the bottom. I originally filmed this talking, but now I just decided to do a whole voiceover for the whole thing so I could add more information. So I turn the cookie, and you can see that grease mark on the side, and that's just from the cookie sitting there for 4 hours. And my cookies are butter based, so there's the grease. So I turned it on the side so I could do the heart easier, because I'm not great at doing hearts, but this one I managed to do okay. So as this one is smaller detail, I'm not too concerned about going right against the outline because I'm filling it in so quickly, it's not going to dry that fast. So I just fill it all in there, and what I'll be doing is called wet on wet icing. I'm going to add some white polka dots immediately, and I want it all to be smooth and dry at the same time, so therefore I do it straight away while it is still wet. There we go. So if I wanted the polka dots to not stand out, but be raised, I would have to wait for the yellow icing to dry. I probably wouldn't have to wait 4 hours though. I'd probably just wait maybe an hour or two. And now I'm going to add the black eye, and that's done. Just a very simple how I make an elephant cookie. If you would like to see more of these videos, please let me know. This is my first time doing a tutorial, so I probably have a lot to learn in case it's not too awkward sounding, or if I missed any info. Please let me know. If you have any questions, please leave them below. If you like this style of video, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know too. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you would like to see more videos. I do plan on doing a recipe video soon, as that has been requested quite a few times. Just trying to find the time to do that, as I have 3 young, very active children, especially my youngest little guy. He is very active, so cookie making has definitely slowed down a little bit since then, as I am a mom to all of them. But thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.